Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 23rd of January. I just thought I'd start with the S&P 500 here because it's pretty much the same count through Europe as well. So we've had looking at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 waves up for wave 1. So this little move through here so far, we don't quite have 5 waves in here. We would need to see it move down a little bit further. With the European markets, we're expecting a little move down and then one more move up, or for the US anyway, and the European markets. But because this has moved down so far, it puts it into sort of this particular count here. So if this market finds the 2650 area through here as the tested support on that level here, then we'll look to go long from that point. But otherwise, we will be looking for a move down a little bit lower through here in the next session, then an ABC correction coming back to the 61.8% mark, which is very close to the 2650, and then down for wave C. So with that in mind, let's go and have a look at the European markets, and starting with the DAX. So with the DAX here, we've got the same count, so we're looking at this move up through here. We can see how far this is coming down. I was expecting this up as 1 and 2 here and 3 and back for 4 and whoopsie daisy coming back for 4 here and having one more little move up here, but because it's faded so much, it's triggered our stops, and it's probably put us in this correction here. So in this space here, we'd be looking at a move back into, well, we'll use this as a guide stick. Sometimes wave 2 can come back to the 40% mark and to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree rather than coming so deep here, but it's always good just to start with this, and gives us a bit of an idea how we can space out our corrective pattern in here, which will be the A wave, B wave and C wave in here. So we'll be looking to go long through a cut through here, or if we can see a better setup in here, we'll build a few positions in here, and then definitely sitting on the 11,000, we'll start to build all the way through here if this is all correct here. On the 1 hour chart, where we look at trades and so on, so yeah, so here I was thinking this is a little bit hard to decipher through here, I have to say. So, but I was thinking of a wave 4 bounce off here, and then a wave 5 to come down here, and then an A and a B and a C here, and then down from that point. We could look to short, if I can just copy that, from wherever that low is here. So just use our imaginations and take that low here. If we do get 5 waves down here, then we can use this ABC pattern here, and these little ones here should be in green, by the way, not grey, but that's just the way I was working this morning. If you just get through a few tasks, few chores. So yeah, we've been stopped out of our long trades, which we had a pretty good run really through all of this, and I didn't get the turn here because I was expecting one more little push to the upside, so apologies about that, but that's life in the markets. And yeah, so if out of all the markets, the US and the European, if we can get 5 waves down here, then we'll get some type of correction, and then we'll look for some short trades to trade down here. Yeah, well, I want to short here because just in case I've made some humongous mistake and we've got a wave 4 sitting up here. So on the daily chart here, see, this was all a bit difficult to count all the way down through here. It was just, I mean, we've got on our charts on our website, we've got it counted differently, but yeah, so yeah, remember this haunting wave 4 over here, so this can be a wave 4 here. That's why we need to look at that there in a bit more detail. So we can just remove these because it won't be as high as that. So what I just explained then is pretty much the same for the other European markets as well. here, so we're looking for something like this here. The DAX never really has nice wave ones up here. They're always a bit sort of funny. Not always, but has been for the last year or so. So yeah, let's have a look at some of the other markets. Just looking for the French market. Just got to scroll down and find that guy. There we go. Right, it's the same thing here. So from the low here, we're looking at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And once again, I was looking for another little move up here, but that's not the case. So the market's rolled over at this particular point because I had, just to go over this my error, which I still haven't quite worked out. I mean, I know this is corrective here. That's a nice ABC correction. And I can see we've got 5 waves in here. I can see we've got 5 waves in here. But obviously, to count this as 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, well then wave 3 is a bit short, and it also, you know, overlaps the top of wave 1 here. So you can't really go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 5 here. It doesn't really work. So I put this over here, and I've viewed it as an A wave here, an A, B, C here for B wave, and a C wave down to here, and then leaving us with 5 waves here. So I think that that's probably that's the best case scenario I've got so far with this. But still, what my focus is now is looking at 5 waves down here. So we can look at a little bounce here for wave 4 and then down for wave 5. And we can look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 here and 4 and 5. And then once again here, this B wave here, if I can just remove, let me just remove all of this now. Sorry to be doing this on your time, but it's all a bit of give and take. So what we really want here is we want some, that will probably bounce down here and come back here and do something like this. And then we'll see an A and a B and a C wave push up. How far it will push up, I'm not too sure, but if I could just copy this here for a moment. It's our short trade that we really want to be looking for. So we can look at it like that. We can look at our 50-60% retracement level from this move down, and we could sell into that box. But we can do that, or you can do that, once we've got that low in. We'll only know you got that low in because you'll see the market up in this space up here. So you'll be able to short it in the 50-60% area up here as well. So we're not going to put that there for the time being. So if that breaches that high there, of course we can go long from that point there, but otherwise we're just waiting for the A, the B. Once the B wave's in, then we can put a line through here and look to short it from that point. But we don't need that there just yet. So, and the UK market's much the same as well. So looking at this market here, once again, from the low here, I was looking at 1 and 2. We've been counting all the way up for 3 and ABC for 4. So we've done some quite good trading in all of this, I have to say. You know, it's been, been 70% sort of okay, I guess. I have missed this situation here again. The only way I can see this is an extension in the 5th wave here with 1 and 2 in here, and then 5 waves in here for 3 and 4, and then that sort of boost here. So yeah, a little bit unsure, but look, I've made an error somewhere. I haven't got time to check it, but we're looking here at 1 and 2 in here, so this will be the 3rd wave coming down here somewhere, so there'll be a 4th and a 5th to move down here, and we can do the same here. Once we've got 5 waves here, then we can move up. I just had another thought actually, but I'll just explore that with the other markets first. I'll share my thought is that I don't think it's right. Well, we'll see. I mean, this can be an A wave to here, a B wave to here, and a C wave to here, and then move up. So this wave 4 could be over here. I need to check that though. I don't like opening my mouth too much. If I share what's sort of in my head, then there's too many counts going on for everyone, and then I get tomatoes thrown at me. Anyway, I'll check that out. But let's see if we get these 5. If we get these 5 here, then we're simply going to be waiting for an ABC correction anyway. So, and if we get that ABC, then we can short through here. So we're staying on track with what we've got. And also to the Italian market, which has probably had the best count of all. So we've had wave 1, wave 2 here, and then wave 3 and 4, and we're looking to move up to wave 5, and then we thought that would sort of roll over. So it's rolling over quite nicely. I don't have 5 waves down, so we've got 1 and 2 and 3 here. So if I can just remove these here for a moment, and we'd be looking for what we want to see is we want to see something like that. So we've got our 5 waves down, and then we can look for our A, B, and C wave back up, and then we could possibly short this side here. And yeah, I do want to take a short on these markets, just in case that this is, I've made some humongous mistake and these are corrective wave 4s up here, and at least if we're shorted it here, we'll end up further down here. So yeah, we're not gonna wait for another long trade setup. We'll have a short trade first, so we should be able to do that in the next session, to at least get set up for it in the next session across the European and US indices. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.